What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today's video we're refreshing the Newcomer guide for Coven KalOnline as things have progressed in the server. There's been some useful updates for newcomers and some nicer things to point out that you can take advantage of. So first thing, you log in, you're in Naruto, you can press F1 in your menu. You've got a schedule here which is really useful. You can see when the events are. That's also on the website. You can see all the in-game commands as well on here. So a lot of these are really useful, like G on off and removing the HB bar above your head, which is custom. You can turn that off or on. Same with party members. Have a look through the commands. It's worth it. Yeah, so take the time to do that. You can, of course, set the time differently as well, like I like to do. So yeah, as you can see here, we're in Naruto, like I said, and right in front of you, there's going to be some useful NPCs here. You're going to talk to this guy just to get some initial starter gear, which is going to be really good because it'll help you progress much faster. You don't have to slog through the lower levels, take some time. You're given a little bit of initial money too, so what you can do is buy quests at the NPC here. You can press the J key on your keyboard and you can see all these quests. There's like repeatables, collecting hunting quests, and of course the main quests. So yeah, make sure you want to do that as well. You can break up your XP stone with the XP stone manager here, and I recommend doing that if you're going to go through the quest quickly, so you can use 10-minute XP stones. This means you don't burn the full hour, so if you have to log off or go somewhere, you've only burnt 10 minutes, so it's useful to break up the XP stone basically. So yeah, kind of useful to do that. Yeah, so there's the NPC here. You can buy all the quests, and there's also a buff fairy here. There's one in Fort as well. You can get that up to like level 69 or 70. And the buff fairy basically allows you to have G2 buffs, which is very powerful. Will help you progress a lot faster. You can see here, you can accept the quest and hit finish, and then boom, some XP. It's as simple as that. You can't buy all the quests in terms of how much money you're given. Oh, by the way, if you press R when you log in here, you get all this like free stuff. Every update, there's like a update rewards. So when the server updates, you can press R and then claim it, and it gives you a bunch of stuff. So make sure you do that. Even though your character's created after an update, you'll still get that update reward. So yeah, keep that in mind too. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This is how you do the quests. As I said, you have the initial amount of money you have that you can buy through a certain amount of these quests, and then you'll run out of money, so you want to probably go play the game, progress a little bit, but it just goes to show you like you can do that. And obviously it's super easy because you've gotten G42 gear, you've got an imp G40 weapon that has like 1010 on it, so yeah, really useful stuff. You've got the buff fairy, so it's very easy. You can teleport wherever you want using short commands like /fort or /cop, just like teleport around the world. /narrow, N-A-R-O for Naruto. So you can always do that. You'll get some mana meds and HP meds, so you can do that. Dogami medicines, which you set in the bottom right hands of your corner of your thing, which are auto pots. Try not to burn through too many of them initially, just so you have them for later. But yeah, so that's how that works. So I'll skip now ahead a little bit so that you can move on. Okay, so next up, obviously you want to get your ancient animal, so you're going to go to Naruto. You can use /narrow, grab the quest from Chang. Then you're going to go cargo, so /cargo, and then you're going to kill the naughty Dogami just outside cargo. Easy clap. Get your keg of talisman, which is what you need to complete the quest. Then you go back to Naruto, interact, and then you get your ancient animal. You can do that at level 15, so make sure you do that right away, just so you immediately start egging. Maybe you'll buy a higher grade one from someone else later, but if you don't, obviously you want to get it out of the way. So next up, you probably want to get your job change. So you're just going to do that from the J menu. You're going to accept the quest for the level 30 job change. Do the same thing for level 51 as well. Tells you what you need. You can buy that from this quest NPC here, or you can go get it at Naruto. So yeah, just accept it there, and then you're going to go to temporary fort to turn it in. So you can't turn it in remotely, I don't think. So yeah, you will have to go to temporary fort. So that's just going to be /fort. Obviously, make sure you have the item on you. Either buy it, like I said, or you can just go and drop it from the commander. But yeah, you're just going to go up to this NPC here. You can also see where the 50 job change is and the third job change. So yeah, just going to hit interact with that, and then there you go. Level 30 job change, all done. So obviously for physical attackers, you go to D1 kind of early. You're going to get a lot of free gear as you level up. As you can see, all this G40 weapon and the G46 I have on is sent to you through mail as you level up. So look out for that. I think actually you get it after your level 30 job change. So yeah, and what I'm doing here is I'm just learning the Dogobis out of room 10. And then I'm porting away and I'm running back. So obviously this serves two purposes. One, to remind you how to, you can lure mobs out. Obviously Dogobis, common thing to lure them out of dungeon 1 rooms so that you don't have to fight Dogobis, which are just not efficient for the XP to kill them, how long it takes to kill them. So yeah, people don't like fighting them. So obviously you can leave it with just masks. And yeah, so we're going to go over to Dungeon 1 teleporter over here. This is where all the teleporters are, so, have a look around if you need to find something. It's pretty straightforward. So yeah, straight back here, and then there's a dungeon teleporter guy here. So you're just going to run up to him and click the room again, so you don't have to run all the way through. And there you go. All the Dogobis are out, and you can farm some masks. So as physical attackers, given the servers progress, you can actually go to FOE to kill some mobs, but to be honest with you, I think that although they're not difficult to kill in terms of damage, they're lower damage than normal. They do give nice XP, but realistically, it's just not really good enough considering how much effort you have to put in, and you're going to miss a lot. So actually what I recommend doing instead is going to EMOC. You get 3 hours of EMOC each day. And the EMOC ghosts are really easy. I appreciate that, like for magical attackers, so the CJBs or hermits, you won't be able to do this quite so soon. You'll have to wait a little bit longer. But for physical attackers, you can kill EMOC ghosts really early, really fast and efficiently. And they give really, really good XP. So as you see here, we're just going to pick off this ghost here. And you can do this obviously with the archers or the knights or the thieves very, very early. And they don't really do much damage, as you can see. They're not that hard to hit, and they just give a ton of XP. So you can level up pretty fast here. Aside from quests, I always recommend you do your quests, of course. But it's also nice to know that you can come here and get some really big XP as well. Just quickly as a note too, you can kill the big mobs in EMOC. They give a lot of XP, but they're really hard to take down. You need a lot of OTP, and you might want to wait till you have a bit more gear and a bit more levels before you take these guys on. So yeah, if you press J, you can also, there's a button to accept all hunting on the hunting tab. Hunting coins are really, really useful, and you want to make sure you do them daily just to get the hunting coins. They end up in your task menu, as you can see here, once you complete the quest. If it's a beheadable mob, it doesn't count till it's beheaded. So in Temporary 4 also, you can find the hunting coin NPC. Useful stuff, there is movings and stuff, but yeah, there's third job package here. So definitely I recommend saving for level 70 for your third job package, which gets you that. But movings are useful too, and also the CalCash random boxes aren't too bad either. There's also a Newcomer rental gear. It's also uses hunting coins, but whether that's worth it is debatable. Once you are level 50, you will be given the items you need to complete the level 50 job change quests from your mail, just like the gear. So you're going to run over a similar area before where we did level 30, like I pointed out before, and you're just going to talk to your NPC after accepting the quest, and then pick the spec that you want, and that's it. You are now second job. So just a couple useful tips. I recommend signing up to Battlefield whenever it's up, and even if you AFK, you'll get honor. Honor is very good for the reward. You also have Picture of Hell, but you might need to wait till level 70 to really get groups for that realistically, just because there's multiple types, and the level 70 job change, or third job one, it is the popular one for obvious reasons, but that's useful to do daily as well. And then as you can see on the screen, we have the raid, which raid is every Friday, and this gives huge XP. You don't need to use an XP stone or anything like that. So yeah, just register for raid. Again, the schedule is available on the website or in the F1 menu, and you can see when that is. So I highly recommend doing that. You don't have to do anything specific other than get to the end platform. So yeah, just follow everybody else basically. So yeah, really, really useful to do that as well. Currently, everybody is playing in Valley of Deva, so this is the current content phase as I make this video. So you definitely want access to this. There is a big NPC in Fort where you can find that gives you all the ingredients of stuff you need. You can, of course, buy it from other players, but otherwise it all comes from Tower of the Priest, so you can go to Tower of the Priest and try and drop the gear. Of course, if you have any questions, please ask, but yeah, generally Tower of Priest is where you get all the items for VOD, for the key, that is. And also worth mentioning that you can go on the website and there's listed newcomer help, and you can talk to people, and they're more than happy to give you information, tips, and tricks. The community is very nice on Coven, so please feel free to ask for advice. I wouldn't beg for gear, but also if you mention that you're buying gear as a new player, 99% of the time I would suspect that someone would be like, here, have this. Don't beg, but if you just mention it, you probably will get something. So yeah, that wraps up the video. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, like I said, there's multiple ways to do that, but you can ask the people that are on the website that are offering advice. You can ask in game, and yeah, join a guild if you can. There's some guilds that will take lower level players. Some guilds are national guilds. My guild, for example, is EU and NA oriented players, so needs very good English speaking skills, but there's lots of guilds on the server, so just have a look, and that way you can join some events with requiring guild activities basically. But yeah, hope to see you around, and good luck.